welcome back, viewer. I hope you're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon. So, in between episodes, I pulled out my secret weapon, quote-unquote. I bought some USB N64 controllers. Ding. And so now we can play this the way God intended. See how much better I'm doing? No longer do we have to endure the horrors of trying to play this with a PS5 controller. We're gonna breeze through this like you wouldn't believe. Perhaps. But yes, I'm actually quite impressed with the overall quality of these knockoff N64 controllers. You'd think since they're not made by Nintendo necessarily, they're just some no-name company making a rip-off, you really wouldn't expect much. But to my amazement, the quality of the control sticks is actually better than what you would get on a real N64 controller. It's like, oh my goodness, this is divine. I can't hardly believe it. Obviously, it doesn't have any of the connector ports in the back, so you can't plug your Game Boy into it. Or your memory expansion, I mean, that's to be expected. But just for actually playing stuff, it's the real deal. I am just completely and utterly impressed. You know, it's easy to joke about this being an Evangelion ripoff, but now that I think about it, given the time period in which this came out, that might have actually just been what they were going for. See how we can strafe now that we've got real C buttons? Slide to the left. Slide to the right. This is gonna be tight. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was close. Thank goodness I knew that one particular shockwave had extra health in it, or we would not have done this. Unlike some Let's Players, I do my research. We can't go near him now that he's an Evangelion. Now that he's a dirty, nasty weeb, like all women, we have to keep our distance. If we get too close, he's gonna force us to watch Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. You guys ever see that one? Moki moki mo. Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. Although I did get a little bored with it in Season 2, to be honest. But I digress. Yeah, the developers really love that shot of the guy's eyes, like, coming towards the screen. That's gonna happen a couple of times. I like the fact that the localizers didn't change the mention of Japan's. They didn't try to clumsily dub over it. There's no hope for America. It's like that Family Guy thing where it's like the redneck dub of Carl Sagan. It's like, God, Big Bang Theory. Funny stuff. So, here's our villain, I think. He's got like a funny talking cat sidekick, as it were. Just like a Salacious B. Crumb, if you will. That's a lousy reference. So now we get to play as a different character, since our first guy got Evangelioned.
Beast? Its target is a ruffian lair in Hokkaido. By eating ruffians, it will strengthen. By assimilating them, it will threaten humanity. Radahn's tragedy can't be repeated. As your commander, I urge you to find the courage to engage this beast.
Him! So he's their commander.
She's doing the Nostalgia Critic opening where he points the gun at the camera. And now we're gonna do the Nostalgia Critic opening on all of these enemies' faces. There's the evil talking cat off to the side. Did you see him? Anyway, so with the hit counter, if I haven't already mentioned, if you can get 100 hits without losing a life, you get an extra continue, which is very useful in the later stages when the game gets more challenging. Very important to get that 100 hits if you can. I feel like I'm describing an old web page from the 90s. Remember when people used to They used to measure page views in hits instead, and wow, look at this. I've got 100 hits. I can't fucking believe it. Yeah, you know how it goes. So, if I was still using the PS5 controller, this would absolutely be the segment where that's no longer viable. This is absolutely a segment where this is dependent on being able to move the two things separately. But thankfully, we came prepared. Whenever they do the red eyes on the screen, it reminds me of Samurai Jack. Because that was a big thing with that show's branding, was Jack's eyes on the red background. It's a very commonly used visual. What do you guys think of the Samurai Jack reboot? I really liked it personally, but like most people, I didn't care for the ending. I mean, he got what he wanted by finally going back to the past, but the way everything in the show had been built up, it no longer really made sense for him to go to the past. He had built a whole life for himself in the future, and he gave all that up for no reason. He had a whole community of friends that supported him and a woman that loved him, and all of that just went away. Just to adhere to some purpose that no longer really was relevant. I don't know, the hottest takes of 2017. Get with the times, Gramps, that was like a decade ago. And there was a humorous coincidence with the Samurai Jack reboot as well, where there was just sort of a goofy comic relief type villain named Scaramouche, and then maybe 6 months later there was a politician that rose to prominence named Scaramucci, and people on Reddit just flocked to that with their usual infantilism and, oh my god, it's just like the cartoon. Redditors love comparing things in real life to cartoons. That's basically all they know. I swear to God, like, you could read in the news tomorrow, it would say, like, Trump kills literally everybody on Earth, and somehow there'd be, like, one guy still alive somewhere, and he'd be there just to comment, wow, it's just like Gravity Falls. It's like, go fucking grow up, you idiot, Jesus Christ. And the infantilism, honestly, it's just gotten a lot worse lately. It's like, politically, I agree with what you people are saying, but you need to find a more mature way to say it. You gotta stop comparing everything to media that's meant for kindergartners. I'm getting a little tired of seeing all of these Reddit posts where it's just like people drawing pictures of Spider-Man beating up people they disagree with politically. Spider-Man would never condone this kind of behavior. It's like, guess what? Spider-Man would condone whatever the writers want him to condone. He's a fictional character. It doesn't matter what Spider-Man thinks. He's not real, you overgrown man baby, for fuck's sake. I just need to get off of social media. That's what I need to do. They tried to warn us about the dangers of internet addiction and the changing relationship between man and technology in the 21st century in Serial Experiments Lane, and we didn't listen. Because 99% of people don't even know what that is. You should definitely go watch Serial Experiments Lane if you haven't before. They got the whole thing on YouTube. It's certainly an interesting experience. You won't forget it, I can say that much. Then there's that Twitter post that goes around every now and again where there was that particular broadcast of Serial Experiments Lane where it aired the day after 9/11, and there was like a text crawl going over the screen, on the top of the screen, warning people about 9/11. Well, I guess warning people isn't the right word to use because it already happened, but still, just what a bizarre combination of things. You'd really have to see it yourself to understand just the strange vibe that it gives off. And I guess you'd really have to be of a certain age to appreciate the thing that I'm talking about as well. It's very much a product of 2001, and well, you know, time passes and we got a whole generation of people out there who don't remember that. They don't remember the fuzziness of analog broadcasts. They don't remember when anime was a new and mysterious thing coming to America for the first time, and I don't remember lots of other stuff. The nostalgia aspect of the thing I'm describing would not apply to many people. Okay, so here's like a trial by fire to see if you're used to the controls. If you don't know the controls, you better fucking figure them out right now, because this is the place where you need them. You can't still be mixing up left and rights right now. Heavens to Betsy. Yeah, they really like the whole deflect the missiles back thing with your sword. That keeps coming up, and it always does wonderful damage if you can get it. I'm trying my best to keep up with this, but it's just like, man, just the sheer intensity of this. How does an N64 even render things so fast? Things like this so fast. Usually everything's moving at 15 FPS and you can practically see it struggling. This is a level of speed we're not used to. F-Zero X managed to make 60 FPS, but as a compromise they had to make the graphics complete and total dog water. Lots of flat shaded polygons. Slap, 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 slap. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. This is a good channel. You could do a lot worse, though. You know, sometimes I still think about that Oni Plays conversation they had where some normal YouTuber, I think it was the What the Buck show, actually, he tried to have a gaming channel, even though that's not really his thing. It's just, you know, because everybody else is doing it, let's get in on the trendy thing, you know, and people were even calling him out on it. You are not a gamer. He said, fake it till you make it, huh? Hey, Lois. Anyway, I never saw the video that they were talking about, but I gotta wonder what game What the Buck show would even pick out. I'd like to imagine that it would just be some extremely hardcore pick that he has absolutely no business knowing about. Something that doesn't fit his taste profile in the slightest. He's gonna play like Dodon Pachi through MAME or something. It's like, how does he even know about this? This makes no sense in the slightest. Well, thank goodness Salacious B. Crumb gives you some health back. They're very generous with the health. So what we have to do here is you have to wait for him to jump up in the air and then hit him with your sword. And he's gonna bounce off of the window, just like the fat black kid jumps off of the fence in the Rick Roll video. See, we'll get this. Yeah, just like that. Do 3 times of that, and then you're golden.